I take a personal interest in every one of these cases I do, and getting the best result for the client is really important to me, because the consequences for them are huge, and I know that, and I spend a lot of time talking to them over the weeks and the months that the case is in the court system, and I understand what goes on in their lives and the consequences for them. So I work pretty hard to make sure that whatever result is achieved, it's the best one. So turning up at court and getting a judge to have a doubt about a case and acquitting your client is great. It's great because you can see it on their faces. It means an awful lot to them. They've been carrying this thing around with them for months, and to see that sense of relief is really great. That's actually the best part of it, yeah.
That's great.
Statute of Limitations is something that governs prosecutions by the DPP, the guards. If you get caught drink driving on the 1st of January, they've got until the 1st of June to apply for summonses in your case. And that applies to a lot of cases, public order cases, a lot of road traffic cases, a lot of cases that generally come to court. They have 6 months from the date of the incident to the date of applying for summonses to apply for those summonses. If they apply after the 6 months, it's now statute barred. They can't bring prosecutions after that point. And two people can see the same event differently. They can remember it differently. And if you see an event and your perception of it is wrong, then you're going to be storing it incorrectly, and you're going to be retrieving it later incorrectly, because that's how memory works. It's perception, it's storage, and it's retrieval. And if there's a mistake in any one of those three areas, the memory will be defective. And so people can come into court and fully believe what they're saying, but they could be wrong. And it's happened to you and me in our own lives, where you see someone walking down the street, you're pretty sure it's them, you walk up behind them to tap them on the shoulder, and then they turn around and it's not them. Now, a few seconds before that, you thought it was them 100%. If someone was to ask you, you'd say that's definitely them. But then you saw it wasn't them. So you can see how your perception can be wrong. Honestly wrong, but wrong all the same. The Probation Act is where you're kind of asking the court not to give you a conviction. So you come into court, you plead guilty to something, a minor matter, obviously the Probation Act, which would leave you without a criminal record, isn't open to stuff like murder or things like that. But it's open to minor matters, like misuse of drugs matters, where you're caught in possession of cannabis or sometimes cocaine. Minor public order matters. You can ask the court, if you've pleaded guilty to it, not to leave you with a criminal record. And people often do that because of work commitments or future work commitments, or sometimes they're working in public sector jobs where a criminal record would be disastrous. So you can ask the court to leave you without a criminal record. That's what the Probation Act is.